It will rarely make sense for you to ever exercise your option, and in this video I'm going to explain exactly why that is the case. Firstly, going back to basics, what does it actually mean to exercise an option? Well, let's have a look at an example here. It really means taking delivery of the shares. If you buy one call options contract for Tesla, that gives you the right to buy 100 shares of Tesla at the strike price of that contract. So for this one here is $255. And this contract does not expire until the 30th of September in 2023. So you have another couple of months to exercise that right of buying Tesla shares at $255. The current share price of Tesla at the time of recording is actually $278. So it would make sense to most people that it is a good idea to exercise your option, because you can buy 100 shares of Tesla at $255 and then you can just sell it on the open market for $278, making a clear profit. Now, normally with most brokerages, this is not how it actually works. They won't actually give you full delivery of the shares. What will happen is they will cash settle it. So they will give you the difference in the prices between the $255 and $278 and give you basically the profit margin in between and pay you that, instead of actually handing you over the shares and then you having to go and sell them on the open market. The reason why it's rarely a good idea to actually go ahead and exercise your option is due to something called the intrinsic and the extrinsic value of an option premium. I'm going to go through a very simple example here, so by the end of the video you will have a very clear view on why it is never really a good idea to actually exercise your option in most cases. So we're going to have another look at a Tesla option here as an example. For this option, we bought it at a time when the option was 60 days away from expiring. The underlying share price of Tesla was $255 and the strike price of the contract was also $255, so the contract was pretty much at the money. And the call option premium, so this is the price we paid for our call option, was $26.85. So that's all good. We buy our call option and we hold on to it for a couple of days, so 15 days pass. So our time to expiry has dropped a little bit. Now we're 45 days away from expiry. But over those 15 days, as you will see here, the underlying share price of Tesla has grown from $255 now to $270. And that has resulted in our call option premium going from $26.85 now up to $32.26. So we are quite happy about this price movement, and we decided that we want to actually cash in on some of it. So we're going to actually try and either sell or exercise our option and try and take as much profit as possible. So next up, I'm going to compare both situations. One, if I actually exercise my option, what profit would I take? And two, if I actually sold the option instead of exercising it, what would be the profit in that situation? So firstly, if I exercise my option, so as we have already established, the option actually cost me $26.85 is what it should say here, the small typo. The strike price on the option was $255 and the current share price of Tesla is $270. So if we exercise this option, we will be able to cash in the intrinsic value of the option. So that is the difference between our current price of Tesla versus the strike price, which is $15. But overall, we'll still be at a loss because we paid $26.85 and now we're only getting back $15. So we're making a loss here actually of $11.50. So that's not really a good situation to be in. Now let's compare that to if we actually sold our option instead of exercising it. So if we sold our option, so we paid $26 and it was actually 85 cents, and now we can actually sell that option now at a value on the open market of $32.26. So we can actually make a profit of $5.76 here by selling our option. So that's a lot better off than we would be if we actually had exercised the option. And the reason for this is because when you are selling your option, you're actually capturing the extrinsic value as well as the intrinsic value of the option. That's because this option still has 45 days until it expires. There is a certain value attached to the amount of time that it has left to expiry. It could potentially become more and more valuable in those 45 days, and that needs to be priced into the options price as well. And that's why you can get a bigger profit from actually selling your option versus exercising it when you only capture the intrinsic value. So now we have everything on one screen just for easy comparison. So if we were exercising the option, we would just be capturing the intrinsic value here of $15, but the actual option premium at that time was $32.26. So the difference between the option value of $32.26 and the intrinsic value is your extrinsic value, which equals $17.26. So this is the amount that you're actually losing out on by exercising your option. That is the difference between the loss here of $11.50 and the profit of $5.76. Now, the closer and closer that the option gets to its expiration date, then the lower and lower the extrinsic value will become. Eventually, just before expiration, there will only be intrinsic value. But anytime up until then, you're going to have some element of extrinsic value that you can capture by selling your option versus exercising it. So I hope that explanation was clear. And if you didn't understand that concept before, that you understand it now. This is video, I think, number 6 in a series that I'm doing on options basics, as I'm myself going from just knowing about, I suppose, the theory side to going into options in more practical sense. So if you want to follow along, if you're on a similar kind of journey, please subscribe to the channel and drop a like on this video. I'd really appreciate it.